some live guests calling in. If you read the thumbnail, we had a lot of conversation, live call-ins. Trump fights back against Democrats. Conversation we're having right now with people that are coming to the live stream. I already see people coming in. Just double tap the screen, hit the like button as we get ready to add a member to come into the show right now. Give it 1 second to let more of the people start to come in. Ready to have the conversation. What's going on, Nathan? I see you in the live stream already coming in. Appreciate you. I already put the poll in the chat. People that are coming into the chat right now, you can see Trump Harris in conversation. We got a lot of stuff to talk about right now. The new policies coming in. What Kamala Harris and Democrats are trying to block right now. Roadblocks are put in place as the man hasn't even got into office yet, hasn't even stepped foot into the Oval Office yet. And they're already starting to try to put roadblocks in front of this man so he can't even get what he wants to get done right now to start making things happen. We're talking about obviously in the first 48 hours making calls out to obviously Ukraine, Russia, all that, which is a big time conversation already. He's already getting things done. Now he's in talks about helping to pay Kamala Harris's debt, the campaign, from not paying vendors, not paying celebrities, all that conversation. And then it even heads into opportunities for obviously Russia beforehand. If we don't get a grip on this right now, we have some major issues because those people are starting to build up their allies even more. We're talking obviously Ukraine, Russia, China, North Korea out there. These people are building up their allies. Crazy Iran. These are the kind of questions and concerns we got coming in. What's going on? People in the building right now. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Nathan, Jeffrey, Malin, what's going on? We appreciate you. And we have live call-ins tonight for this conversation that we need to have. We've been talking all day sports entertainment, and right now, just getting started in the live stream, talking about Donald Trump fighting back against Democrats, the issues they're having, the problems they're having, because they're already starting to put roadblocks up. We even have people out in California, Newsom out there putting roadblocks in front of what Trump can do. Jersey mayor out there. And then you got Tim Walz, Tampon Tim out there trying to put a roadblock already in front of this man. Can't even get in the goddamn office yet. Isn't even in the Oval Office for months. And they're already trying to figure out how they can plot against them. And you seen Tisha out there. They already sent her a message saying, get in my way. We're going to have some problems. You guys seen that, right? We're going to down to a lot of conversation tonight. We have some live call-ins. We're going to talk about some things I think it's important to talk about. And I've been doing football all day, sports, having a good time. And right now it's time to get busy in the main topic, the main conversation that all of us have, and that is the safety of our country and where we're going. Daniel in the building, RB in the building, Julia in the building, Jeffrey, Nathan, everybody right now, double tap the screen, hit the like button right now in the chat. Who did you vote for, Trump or Harris? Is in the polls right now. 86% of people right now that are in the live stream already have said they voted for Trump. They went for him, obviously, for the right reasons. And what I want to talk about is this. Our military, Stevie's girls in the building, we appreciate you coming in here, hanging out. What I want to talk about is this. We have people, and I'll have some live callers that are getting ready to call in. We have some people, okay, that are want to know like what's going on with the war and how Trump's going to stop the war and all that. Well, here's the first situation. As I get ready to call in, have live callers come in a second. Do you realize that because of Joe Biden, because of Kamala Harris, because of them, Russia, Ukraine out there having massive issues, the other wars, different parts of the country. China now, obviously, is a massive, massive buddy system with Russia. Iran out there supplying, back and forth supplying each other. I just watched a whole clip on here with how Russia is supplying China, China supplying Russia, Iran is supplying China, back and forth, this whole thing, obviously with military arsenal, things that they're doing. In the chat right now, if you're just joining us, put Trump, put Harris in the chat right now. We're trying to see who you voted for. Obviously the poll is in there right now, Trump, Harris, but in the chat, let's get that wave going tonight to see who you guys voted for, because we got a bombshell that's dropping right now. This is what we're going to be talking about on tomorrow morning show as well. There's talks right now, okay? There's talks right now that before Trump gets in, this is a possibility, allegedly. Double tap the screen, everybody, right now. I'm about to tell you something. They're talking about the fact that Joe Biden could possibly step down, okay, and let Kamala Harris become president right now. Does that make any sense? Think about this. Trump's going to be in office, obviously, He's going to be in office here soon, into the new year, 2025. There's conversation. Listen to what I'm saying right now. There's conversation that Joe Biden might step down, okay? He might step down just so Kamala Harris can get in office. And we've been talking about sports entertainment on this platform all day, sports. We had all the games on here. This just dropped right now in conversation on live TV. We've been talking about, obviously, the Chiefs today. We're talking about the Cowboys and the Eagles today. This conversation right now is so important to talk about to the people on here that are coming into the building right now. It is crazy to me that this would even come up, but it is being right now. They even had a conversation, I believe, was on CNN, a bunch of other things. I'm telling you right now, listen to what I'm saying. People are talking about this right now in the chat right now. Put Trump or Harris, drop it in the chat right now. Who'd you vote for? What's going on? Annie's in the building. We appreciate you. See Spear coming in. How you doing? People coming in here, double tap the screen, hit the like button right now. Listen to what I'm telling you. I just watched a bunch of stuff. Ben Tucker, what's going on? So here's the situation. If Joe Biden steps down and Kamala Harris gets in office, what would be the point of that? People in the chat right now. Does that make any sense right now for him to do that? He's already basically been stepping down for 4 years. Like, let's be honest right now. He's been pretty much stepping down for 4 years, right? So what would be the reasoning of him stepping down right now just to make her formally a president? Is that just to say, hey, you're a president. Good luck to you. And I'm about to send right now. I got some people that want to come into the live stream right now, making some calls to come into the building right now. If you're watching this live, we are getting ready to call in some people for conversation. And if you're going to call in today, we want to get your point. We want to get your conversation. We want to get what you think about these things right now. Okay, because obviously China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, all these people are starting to build their military stronger together, put things together, work on their nuclear setup, like all this stuff together. What are we doing over here? America is the strongest country in the world, the best military in the world. We've had the best for a very long time, right? And now all of a sudden, like when you look at the whole situation, why do you think that everybody around the world thinks that we're weak? Think about it for a second. No one in the history of our presidents in their legislature, whatever you want to go into, you can go into administrations and whatever. No countries around the world ever thought that America was just weak. We're the strongest damn country in the world. Ever since Joe Biden got in office and can barely talk properly, you see him as he walks around. And look, God bless him. I'm not hating on him. He got older. It's just part of life. But the point is, and people coming to the chat right now, Trump, Harris, drop it in the chat right now. It's important to see what you guys think. There's going to be a lot of people coming in here. And we have someone who's calling in right now. I'm about to send a link over to them right now. Give me 1 second as we hold on right now. People are coming to the live stream. We're going to send a link out. Someone's going to call in right now and have a conversation. You know, what's hard for me to understand, truthfully, is the fact that I see Dexter's coming in the building, said nobody takes Biden and Harris seriously. RB said another chapter in Democrats' fantasy land. Gamer, and he said, when 9/11 happened, Gamer Bro said, we are weak because of the current administration. Yes, that's exactly right. Our nation looks weak. We look weak. Our military is like, do you know what I don't get? Kamala Harris stepped in there and said that she said that the military does not want Donald Trump in there. I can tell you right now, I have conversations with people in the military all the time. I have conversations with people that are high up in the military all the time, and they tell me the scoop. Majority of the world, especially the military, wants Donald Trump in office because Kamala Harris was taking us right to World War III. That's what I believe. That's my opinion, right? That's my opinion. Doesn't have to be a fact. It's my opinion. I think she was taking us right to World War III. That's my opinion. And, Psychedelic said, Kamala is such a joke, for real, for real. I know, as a thing. Like, and then you know what it is? When I ask people about it in the live stream, I'm like, hey, and you see what I call them, guys. If you're watching our show right now, double tap the screen, hit the like. We got 13 likes on this. Everybody that's in the chat right now, let's run this up to 20 likes right now because we're going to call people in, have live conversation about this. And if anybody in the chat right now wants to call in, I will call you in right now. Sunshine said it is pronounced Kamala. Kamala, however you want to say it. Look, I'm not saying any kind of way on purpose, just so you guys know. Old Texas Tech said, "Did you hear that Richard Gere has sold his house and moved out of America?" That's what I'm talking about. Like, look at what the world is coming to, right? Beyonce said, Beyonce said she's not going to perform at any places where it's red in the country. I'm like, I looked at the map and I was like, you don't got a lot of places to go. Like legit. Like I looked at the map and I'm like, I don't know. Let me see. All Texas, did you get, yeah, I heard that. Okay, Sunshine said, why are you so angry? I'm not angry. I'm concerned. NL, what's going on? I'm concerned for a lot of reasons because I think that our nation has been strong as hell for a long time. And as soon as Joe Biden got in office, all these countries around the world started saying, hey, shit, we're about to go um, make our moves right now. And they did. James in the building, she will go back on that comment. I agree. Buck Mole, if Harris steps up, this country will not see another Democrat. I agree. I agree. James said, and go to red states. America's almost all red, baby. Let's go. Jeffrey said, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, the Democrats aren't even happy with her. And Nancy Pelosi, this is what people understand. Nancy Pelosi literally got on there and said, if in fact we had more time, we would have ran for a primary and things would have been different, meaning they wouldn't have got Kamala, whatever. People were like, it would have been different. Like they would have had more time to prepare for it. They had time to prepare. At the end of the day, they prepared for Joe Biden and Trump crushed him, right? Come on now, let's be real. Trump literally crushed Joe Biden. That was a waste of time. Why they even thought that Joe Biden could run for president again was just foolish, foolish at best. So he runs for president. He gets his ass beat this year, obviously. And then Kamala Harris just poop, pops up in the picture. And people are like, how did Kamala Harris get there? I don't know. Kamala, not trying to say it any kind of way so people get offended by it coming into the chat right now. Let's see what Gamer Bro said. Looks like Beyonce is performing in California, Illinois, and Colorado. That's about it. Yeah, like literally cut her entire operation down. Like, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Sunshine, we should not be divided as Americans. I agree, Sunshine. We should not be divided. We shouldn't be divided. We are all Americans. I agree. I agree 1,000%. I don't disagree with that at all. I think that we should all be together. But the problem is, here's what I'm trying to say right now. Here's my problem I got. As a country, we're not protected properly. We don't look that good. We don't look strong. We are divided. We're not strong. It is woke America. It is all about being woke America, and we talk about that on the show. Like woke America. I don't. I just and when I get on here and talk about this, I got no hard feelings, or I don't, I'm not trying to put anybody down. This is not a show I come on here and talk about people or make fun of people. I would never do that. I don't care if you're gay, straight, transgender. I don't care what you are. But our country the Kamala Harris campaign and the Joe Biden campaign focuses so much on woke America. And look, if you ask me, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that might be gay or might be transgender, but I'm going to tell you right now, how many out of 10? Like you can go through a whole school. What is there, like 12, 15? So I'm like, I'm not saying they shouldn't help them or focus on them a little bit, but I'm saying the focus point of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's campaign a lot was like the LGBT, whatever. Then it was the gay, and then it was like the rallies they had were trash. They had rallies there where they had gorilla, like I had the other day talking about this, shaking her ass at the rally, shaking her ass in every other word they had to bleep out because like it was like what kind of this is a presidential election. Like, I mean, this doesn't make any sense. I just don't, I don't really get the situation. And when I look at the Trump family, I look at how they're speaking up there on how they're doing, like from all the way from the kids all the way down to the grandkids, all the way down, just professionals. And then you go to Joe Biden and you look at Hunter Biden and you go, like, what is going on? I'm just saying when I ask these questions, if you're coming into the chat right now, everybody in the chat put Trump or Harris. You can jump in the chat. We're trying to see how you guys feel about it. And then Jamie came in here and said that Musk has a transgender daughter and he wanted to pay his daughter back. That's what that Jamie just said, that Elon Musk has a transgender daughter. And then look, how about this? How about this? And I don't even know if that's true or not. I'm just reading your message on here. Trump or Harris, drop it in the chat and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are part of the show. I appreciate you. or sports entertainment. Today, we've been talking about a lot of sports the whole day, and now we're diving into a piece of conversation because this is important. And Annie, I know you love sports and the NBA talking all that, and you missed some of that. I wish you were there in the building watching that. But I want to talk about this for a second. People that are coming to the chat right now. Anybody now also can call into the show. If you want to call into the show, I will send you a direct link to you right now, and you can call into the show. I believe we had someone that was trying to call in right now, which I'm going to add people. Mikey, the greeter, I would love to call you into the show. A Harris supporter, I would love to have you call into the show at any given time so I can ask you a couple questions about what's going on. I think it is so important that we actually face the music a little bit, right? Like, hey, what do you think about the border? Like, do you think that that makes any sense at all for millions of people to pour in here? Like, tell me why you think that makes sense and why I'm asking that. Why this is a question too. Donald Trump wants to deport all of these illegal people in our country. Do you guys agree with deporting all of these people? That's a question I said. Rainbow Fluff said, I ran out of toilet paper, so I've been wiping my old sock. What the hell? Coming into the live stream right now, if you're just joining us right now, Trump or Harris, drop it in the chat right now. My question that I have for you is, simple, okay? Listen to my question real quick. Let me move this phone up here and get some of the brightness up for you guys. So here's my question I have for all you people in here. Okay. Why on earth do you think Kamala Harris wants to put millions of people in our country? And if people say, no, she didn't want to do that, she actually tried to stop that. If you say that, okay, let's say that's true. Let's just say Trump blocked something and people said, oh, bipartisan, Trump blocked it. Yeah, let's just say that's true. Then if Trump wants to deport these illegal people, then why on earth do you think the Democrats are trying to stop them from being deported? Someone come in here and explain to me, please. Someone come in here, please, and tell me. Why on earth do you think that all the Democrats, the supporters of Democrats, I would say this, or Newsom, or let's say Tampon Tim, let's say that, why do you think they want to stop the illegal immigrants from being deported? Why would you want illegal people to pour into the country if you don't know who they are and we have them doing violent crimes? I just don't understand that. I'm confused. I'm confused and I'm conflicted because that tells me that they want illegal people walking around our country. That's first and foremost. And that's a question. That's an honest question that I have for someone who wants to answer that. All right, Devon's calling to the chat right now. Let's get Devon into the building. Hopefully his mic is working. I'm going to turn my sound up here.
You already on there?
Devon? How you feeling out there?
What?
You're freezing up. I'm moving good. We can hear you, but you was moving a little slow. Hopefully the connection gets a little bit better. But so be look, as you're coming into the chat right now, look, we're talking about something right now that's important. Okay. We're talking right now, people that came into the building was already on rapid fire talking about this. So we're talking about one simple question. And I see you got your Eagles jersey on. You try to pull a fast one. About the Eagles game.
No, just representing. That's it.
So here's the thing.
Just representing.
Here's the thing. We're talking about this. How do you have all these illegal people pouring into the country, right? So Kamala Harris, their response was this. This is what the Democrats said. They had a plan in place, but Trump blocked them from doing it. So they would have had it set up better. So I said, okay, let's just say that's true. Let's say.
But wait, wasn't their plan in place after it started coming to everybody's attention?
No,
like after people started acknowledging it, and then he was like, all right, let's do this, and then he blocked it.
No.
Like,
what happened was everybody was mad because Trump wanted to go out there and build the wall, right? Trump wanted to get a wall built.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, even though he wanted to do that, and it was somewhat successful, somewhat not successful. Some people will say it didn't go the way they wanted to go, whatever. People coming to the chat right now, put Trump or Harris, drop it in the chat right now if you're just joining us. Put Trump or put Harris so we know who you voted for. We're going to be calling people in. So this is what happened. Okay, so basically, Trump wanted to build a wall for whatever reason, right? He's only there for the time he was there. They've been trying to impeach him since he got there from the start, and then trying to, get him for all kind of shit. Like the man couldn't even work realistically because the whole time they were trying to just put his ass in jail, trying to get him for 100 things. Like he was fighting for his life more than he can actually work at that point, and he still was getting shit done. So here's the thing: then he gets out of office. Joe Biden comes in. So the big issue we got at the border is millions of people pouring into the country. Everybody knows that, right? So here's the topic we're talking about. If in fact they were trying to stop these people from coming in, because what the Democrats said, they had a plan in place to stop all these illegal people from pouring in because they didn't want them to all pour in. This is what they said. They had a plan. If they had a plan in place, realistically, that would mean that they didn't want them to pour in because they had a plan. They didn't actually want them all to come into the country. So then why, the question is, so then if Trump is trying to deport them to get them back out of here, why on earth would the Democrats be like, nah, we're stopping you from doing that. We're blocking you from deporting them. So basically that would lead me to believe that they actually want all of the Democrats to be here. That's what I'm getting by it. Like the Democrats want the illegal immigrants to be in our country.
Say like when did when did when after that they said that my bad, I'm drawing the blank. Well, after they said that once it got brought to people's attention that the open border policy, because they did the open border policy first, and then it got brought to their attention that it's a border crisis, and then they was like, all right, well, let's pass this bill to get to put more border agents and everything in there, and then they needed Trump and them to pass the bill, and he said no. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, like
After
basically,
they already had the open border policy.
like basically, they get in there and they're letting rapid motion of people pour into the country, right? So then it gets
No, no,
brought
but
to
I'm
their
just saying. I know. I'm just saying. After they already had the open border policy, then they tried to fix it, and
yeah,
then he
yeah.
kind
They
of.
tried to come up with a game plan that, well, this is what they're claiming. The Democrats claim, right? They came up with a game plan, and that game plan was supposed to be set up properly to handle the border. And they're saying that Trump and the Republicans basically blocked that from happening. So because they blocked that shit from happening, they couldn't handle the
After they
border.
already had the open border policy, after it was already a
Yes,
crisis.
yes,
So it's like,
yes.
how is he blocking it when you already let it get to this point?
Because they said like they had a bipartisan, they had some kind of agreement that was going to show up to where they could handle this border XYZ and do a better job and whatever. But the reality is the border has been a problem for a long time, like not just under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. It's not like Joe Biden and Kamala got in and then the border was like just started being a problem. It's been a problem for a long time. We've had illegal people all the time.
But it hasn't been this type of problem. It was a controlled problem. It was like the little coyotes sneaking people
Yeah.
in and stuff. They was doing like the little things. Now it's just the Million Man March. Like everybody's just like,
Yo, they are coming through. V, can you imagine this? When I looked it up, I remember the one day I looked it up, and I think you looked it up, and I said, if you're just joining us right now in the chat, Trump Harris, drop it in the chat right now. I'm reading something right here. I'm reading what you people are saying in the chat as well. It's super important to see what you guys think. But Trump Harris, and look at the thing right there, V. 86% of people so far, 86% of people that came in here right now came in here and said they voted for Trump. So that just tells you right now. So look, check this out. And we're gonna get to some of these questions. People are coming in saying stuff. We're gonna get to some of them questions in a minute. I see someone put 14 billion was spent on the election campaign. RG said, I'm gonna go over that in a second. Pony Boy said, it says Uniparty came up with the bill to legalize the illegals. There you go. Right? Okay. Now you got Malt Licky said she didn't need a bill. That's a lie. By the way, they can stop the border shit right now. They don't need
yeah.
Trump. They can stop the shit. They don't want to. If they did, they would have did it. So here's the point that I'm getting at. Here's the point I'm getting at. They had the open border policy shit going. They didn't handle it properly. So all these people pour into the country, right? So now, as they're pouring across here, everybody in the world knows it's a problem. So Kamala Harris failed her entire campaign because she focused on only, I'm not saying there are bad things to focus on, but she focused on abortion, women's rights. Outside of that, all she did was help illegal immigrants get food and money and shit. So, and all kind of other things. So she failed on that. But Trump gets in office now.
Hold on. Dakota Miller said it's not like a Million Man March. He's obviously not paying attention to these people flooding the border. Like,
let me see. Dakota said it makes sense that an Eagles fan has no clue what he's speaking about. It's like the Million Man March, dude. What the? Okay, so Dakota thinks Dakota. Are
like
you
I'm
saying?
literally saying it's a million people marching. Like, come on,
Yeah. Well, let's see.
trying
Maybe
to be
he's saying something
technical.
different. Dakota, explain it for us in the chat right now. And if you're coming into the building right now, put Trump or Harris. And Dakota, are you a Trump or Harris supporter? Let us know right now. And listen,
Yo, you know what? This girl, they're scrambling right now. This girl that I was just at this restaurant and I was sitting down eating, I was drinking at the bar, and the girl I know that works there, she just asked me literally, she's scrambling right now. She was like, "Yo, I'll pay you because I need my green card."
yo,
she just literally told me like it's getting
hey,
crazy. She got
but here,
temporary protective status.
but wait,
Like,
I want to talk to. Wait, hold on. I want to talk to you about that because I want to go over that, but I don't want to. I don't want to miss something. I want to
okay,
go over
my
that.
bad, my bad. Go ahead.
No. I'm glad you brought that up because I actually want to ask about that because restaurant business. But hold on, listen to this, okay? If in fact Kamala Harris legit wanted to stop all these freaking people from pouring into the country, if that was true, that would mean that she would be in agreement right now with Trump to deport people like they shouldn't be here. But when Trump is getting ready to start deporting people, the Democrats, Kamala Harris, Tim Walz, whatever, they're trying to protect those people and block those opportunities to deport people. And in the chat right now, should those people be deported? These illegal people pouring into the country, should they be deported? And I want to say something. I'm not saying that they're all bad people because people will come here and say, I'm not saying that these are bad people. I know
No,
there are bad people,
not all of them.
but there's some great people too. But
They
we
said
just don't.
a lot of the people that said they're seeking asylum said a lot of they're running from the people that followed them in here. So the same people that they ran from, most of them are here too.
Look, at the end of the day, Trump's trying to deport them, and the Democratic Party is trying to stop that. If they're trying to stop that, that would mean that legit they want the illegal people to be here. That's the only way you can spin it. Like they're trying to take them out, you're trying to keep them here. That means you want them to be here. So therefore, if Kamala Harris would have won this election, she may have, I got to say allegedly, may have leave that border wide open for a long time where America would no longer be America anymore. It would be a legit international foreign, and we are a country of international people, right, from the beginning, but
Hmm.
not international illegal people. And if you go anywhere in the world, all these people that come into the live stream all the time, they're like, well, you should be nicer than that. Oh, if we go to any other country in the world, we can only stay for like 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days, 60 days. And then if we do stay there, we got to prove this. We got to have passports. And you know what makes me laugh? Yo, these people can come here illegally and do all this shit. Yo, V, you get your license suspended. Look how hard it is for an American person to survive. They're like, it's so difficult. You got to pay out the ass for this and pay out the ass for that. And you got to go to court, this and that. You come over here illegally, they're going to help you. They're going to walk you around and parade you and give you money and food and all this shit. And there's all these homeless people that need help. Look at Philadelphia. You got an Eagles jersey on. How many homeless people live in Philadelphia? When you go to Philly, you walk around Philly, how many homeless people are laying on the ground and
They're
shit?
cleaning. They're cleaning up that Kensington area, but it's a lot. It's got that fentanyl crisis, and they're really like it's really bad. California got a really bad homeless population, but all major American cities have a bad homeless population. Like, and it's horrible. Like the homeless people look like they haven't been like they're not even human anymore. Like,
How about this? How about this? So let's talk about this for a second. So, because Trump's trying to fight back against the Democrats, obviously, he wins the election. He's about to be in office. The first day he wins, they are plotting already. And when I say plotting, whether it's illegal or it is legal, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, yo, they are literally plotting immediately. How can they stop this man? Like, how can we stop this man? Like, oh, he's getting in office. Joe Biden got in office. That was it, right? Trump didn't like it. Of course, he didn't like it. He tried to fight it. But after that, it was like, yo, he's in. Okay. After he's in, America has to come together and deal with that for 4 years. You can't get Joe Biden out of office immediately unless he's sick. So we knew he was going to be there. That was it. Now Trump is in, and they're immediately trying to figure out how they could get him for something like, let's get him in jail. Let's block what he's doing. They don't realize that we got to come together, or we're going to have a lot of problems with Russia, Iran, North Korea, China, Hamas. Like, we're going to have a lot of problems if the country doesn't come together and go, yo, okay, this is my president. Let's move forward. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, legit, people need to understand that. You agree with me
Yo,
on that?
Chris, yeah, I agree with you. Crystal Zimmerman said, my mom can't get a license for a 30-year ticket, and she did jail time on it.
That's what I'm saying. Yo,
30-year
Crystal,
ticket? She must have had a vehicular homicide. What type of ticket did she get?
yo, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, yo, if you're a legal person, you come here, they'll get you a license, they'll get you a car, they'll get you food, they'll set you up in a hotel. They're building compounds for homeless people.
Yeah.
But Crystal Zimmerman in the chat, her mom gets a ticket, and yo, end of the world. End of the world. We got a message. Jamaican Songbird said, if you care so much about the homeless people, help them out. He says, if you care so much, help the homeless people, but you're
I
not.
do help the homeless, but it's like you can't even, if you help this homeless person and then you walk 2 minutes down the street, you gotta help another one. And then you gotta help another one. Then you gotta help another one. It's like I
Yo, but
can't,
he's missing the
I'm
point.
not made out of money.
But yo, he's missing the point in here because he's coming
I
in
know
here.
he don't even think.
Everybody right now hit the like button. If you're coming into the chat right now, hit the like button, subscribe. We're live every day, 10 o'clock in the morning. We do our full show live with real cameras and real shit. This is just a live, quick, vertical conversation we got to do at nighttime to get people into the conversation. No, listen, what the Jamaican Songbird is saying, we should help people. We're talking about America helping America right now. We're not talking about me giving to the homeless or you giving to the homeless. We're talking about the simple, first off, we do that, but we're talking about the
Yeah.
government, yo, I remember you used to give out so much shit to the homeless people, even in Atlanta, giving out to people and after work, helping them out, getting them food or getting them money and whatever, shoes and whatever. But you know what? What Jamaican Songbird in the chat is failing to realize is we're talking about the simple fact that our government, our president, our administration is helping the illegal people so much more than helping the current people that we got in our damn country. Like, we literally can't even do what we want to do because we got high taxes, high grocery bills, like high gas prices, like everything that we're doing, high interest rates. We can't even get a damn house. But the first thing they want to talk about is how can we give out 150,000 or whatever, forget the number, just give out all this damn money to illegal people to get a house. What about all the people in this country that is working every day that can't get a damn house? They don't care about that. And
Yeah.
that's the message to Jamaican man in here that said, then he said, Jamaican Songbird said he won, so why y'all so mad? Yo, got what you wanted. Look, we're not mad. We're not mad. We are not mad. Yo, we're not mad about anything. What we're saying is simply is the man got in office. Now let's let this man cook. You know what I'm saying, V? Like, let this man Trump cook. He just got in there. He's calling, trying to stop the war. He's taking care of shit. He's trying to pay. Yo, he's offering to pay Kamala's debt. Kamala Harris campaign Democrats' debt. They didn't pay the vendors or the celebrities or whatever they had going on. Trump goes, yo, I got you. I'll flip the bill for you. He wants unity.
I don't know if he said he'll flip the bill, but he said, can we figure something out for them together?
But what he's saying is we figured something out. You don't think him, Elon Musk, all these people are gonna try to get some shit figured out when they say they're gonna try to figure it out? And then here's the thing. They're not paying their bills to the people that they gotta pay right now. You mean to tell me you're not going to pay for the vendors for your campaign to become president, or the celebrities wherever they didn't pay? That, like, if you can't even do that, you cannot run a goddamn country. You can't even pay for that. You know what I'm saying? For your rallies and campaigns, and then we got a whole country to run that's in what, debt like crazy. You want to try to step in and run it?
He did those accident lawyers when they was like, if we win, you don't pay unless you win.
Yeah, like you don't gotta pay us unless you get the dub. Like,
Yeah.
okay, no, I don't. Look, I don't agree. I'll be honest with you, V. I don't agree with anything that the Democrat Party did. I
13
wish
Souls
that I
said
could say.
13 Souls said Trump never paid his bills.
What's
What
that?
what bills he talking about?
Yeah, 13 souls. Drop it in the chat. What we talking about? What bills we talking about?
Oh, we need to know what bills didn't he pay. I'm not saying you lying either. I just
Yo,
want to know.
yeah, let us know. Pipple
Yeah.
Mama's in the chat. We appreciate you.
Shout-
Rodney said the left should pay attention to why they lost rather than calling voters stupid, and the right wing should prove why we voted them, and rather than waste time gloating, we're all in this together. I got to tell you, that was well written. That's true. The Democrats should say we lost. Stop blaming your voters. And the right should move forward and say, let's get it done. The problem with that is this: the right is trying to get shit done. And the left is like trying to put roadblocks in place. Like, yo, I saw the governor Newsom out there in California. We saw the governor. We saw the people in New Jersey. We saw the people out there. Tim Walz, I say Tampon Tim. You guys don't know Tampon Tim. Tim Walz, the guy that wants tampons in boys' bathrooms, was out of control. So what I'm saying is this: we're trying to let Trump get in there and cook, but they're not letting Trump cook. They're trying to jump in his way right now, stopping him from doing whatever he's going to try to do. Immediately trying to put him in jail. Yo, you think Donald Trump will go to jail right now, V? Let's be real.
You said should he go to jail?
I'm saying, do you think that they're actually going to be able to put this? They couldn't even put this man in jail before he won the election.
Yeah, he's the president of the United States. He's not going to jail.
No, this man is running the country. Not to mention, they're going to run the tables. I mean, look at the. And here's the other thing too. That's the other thing
Wait,
too.
he said he owes money to many states for his rallies, police protection, etc., except where the cops failed.
Yo, Trump's not messing around with them bills, man. He's in the building. He's got Elon Musk in the building. Yo, Elon Musk is like the rich. Yo, come on now. They're gonna be running the tables. The money's not the problem. The money for the Democrats is the problem. Let's be honest. The
Elon
money
Musk
for the
confront the bill.
Elon Musk is going to be running the damn country with him. And then you got JD Vance, who's an awesome ex-military guy. They voted. Yo, this is the thing, V. Kamala Harris. If you're just joining the chat right now, everybody in the chat, put Trump Harris. Watch this, V. Watch the wave of people in the chat right now. Trump Harris. Drop it in the chat. Everybody watch the wave roll through, and you'll see why the country's the way it is and why you see how it's all red. Yo, V. Kamala Harris literally got on there, and Joe Biden, or they said, America, and it was even CNN reporters were like, we are gonna America, don't worry about it, America. We're gonna fix this, America. Don't worry about it, America. We got your back. Yo, America voted for Trump. I don't know who they're talking to. Like, yo, they legit got on there and said, like, don't worry, America. We're gonna fix it for you. We got your back. Got your back. The whole country is red. And then Beyonce was like, I'm not gonna go perform at any place if it's red. Well, you only got a few states to go. Legit.
Well, she got the major. The major states. Honestly,
She got
she can
California.
go to Cali. She can go to New York. She can go
That's it.
to
And they're great places to perform. Don't get me wrong.
New Jersey.
That's probably why she said that shit in the first place. Because
Yeah.
where you're going to perform, California and New York are big hubs to perform.
Yeah.
But the
You're
point
going
is,
to perform in South Dakota, North Dakota. You're not
yeah,
performing
like she's going to be
in
going
Vermont,
to,
none of
yeah,
those
like,
places.
and that's sad, right? But she's not going to Wyoming, Nebraska, Iowa, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma. I mean, Texas. But you know what? How about at the top, Michigan flipping to red? And if you're in the chat right now, what state are you in right now? Everybody in the chat, put what state you're in and put who you voted for.
They
In the
said
chat
no
right now.
Texas. Then yeah, she's from Texas. She can't go to Texas and perform.
She can't even go.
She can't go to Miami and perform.
She can't go to Miami and perform. She can't come down here and get it popping. Yo, people down here see Beyonce. And here's the thing. Yo, look at all those people. Here we go. Let's see who's in the chat. Michigan, Trump. Texas, Trump. Alabama, Trump. Someone put Illinois, Kamala. Crust, Kamala. If you voted for Kamala Harris, tell us why. Steve Wilson, Mississippi. Who'd you vote for? Diane Nash, Michigan, Trump.
Hey,
Crystal
and
said,
everybody wants to come in and tell him something about himself about Kamala Harris. I'll get out real quick and you can hop in because
they're
I'm
not
just
going to call in. I've
yeah,
tried this. I've tried
and
this a million times.
he'll debate you about it, or he won't even debate you. He'll just hear you out. You know what I'm saying? If you got
Yeah,
something to say.
we want to hear what people got to say. But hold on, here's the other question, V. How about this? Oh, the celebrities. Yo, we had this conversation the other day. How they brought in so many celebrities, and still got roasted across the country. Yo, they brought in Oprah.
Yeah.
Let's do the number. Let's do the names again. We had Oprah, which was massive. They had Beyonce. They had Gorilla. They had Eminem.
I mean,
They,
but be
Cardi
for real
B.
though. What what celebrity is really moving you to that point that you're going to vote just because a celebrity says something? Like most people not going to just be moved by just a celebrity. Be like, oh, nobody's really going to just be moved by that. Most people's not.
Yeah, but I think what they tried to do was not to persuade current voters. I think what they did was they thought they were going to have Cardi B, Beyonce, Oprah, all these people to get out there to get new voters to get out there and register to vote. And on top of that, try to get women to vote and say, oh, they try to say Trump is not for women's rights. And why on earth do you think Trump is just not going to be for women's rights? Like, wouldn't that kill your entire campaign if Trump was like, I am against women's rights? That's not what he said. He was only talking about the abortion system, where he was just like, look, I don't believe that you can just, he doesn't believe that you can have a baby and then terminate a baby after the baby's born and late in pregnancy and all this, which is out of control. Out of control. Like, they're literally, like, can you imagine that, V? Like, people doing that kind of shit, terminating babies after being born. Like, that kind of shit cannot, in any way, shape, or form.
Certified murder.
That's what I'm saying. And you know what? I thought about this. And all the beautiful ladies in the chat right now, we know that as men, we don't know shit about your body as you do. But what I'm saying is this: I believe this is a very difficult subject. And I believe that people that are looking at women like you're having babies and this and that, and they legit want the best for them, but they just don't know how to move forward with how to handle that situation. Like, it's if you take care of your own body, that's one thing. It's your body. But when there's a baby, then you're encroaching on another human being, right? Even though it's your baby inside of you. And I think that's the problem that I think what was going on. But Trump said he wanted the states to vote. He didn't say that he wanted the government. He said he wanted individual states
Yeah,
to come together and vote, which is the people of that state, not the
exactly.
government making a decision. The people of the state, all the beautiful women, right, get a chance to vote on it and can say what they believe about their body, and they can make a decision. Like, make it easy. He didn't say I'm going to decide what you do with your body. Like, that's and then I think what the left and the Democrats tried to do was try to make it seem, oh, Donald Trump is going to try to tell you what to do with your body, and like that shit's not true. It's the furthest from the truth.
Hey, Nathan wants to call in, but refocus. I challenge you to call in because you saying we're ignoring facts and all that stuff. I mean, we just want to hear some facts. So, like, we're not against facts. Like, if you're coming here and you're preaching, we got no choice but to hear you out. But I challenge you to come in here and call
Yeah,
in because
yeah. Look,
he'll send you a link right now to call in.
if someone wants to call into the chat right now, if you're in the chat right now watching this live, first off, double tap the like button right now. In the chat, put Trump or Harris who you voted for. And if you want to call in the chat right now, put I want to call in. Let me call in. I will send the link to you, and you can call in right now, and you will be in this live stream with us talking about this right now if you want to call in. And look, I would love for a Democrat to call in here. And then, Nathan.
Nathan wants to call in.
Yeah, we might gotta let Nathan run the tables.
Yeah,
We might gotta let Nathan run the tables.
I
Should I
want to
bring
see. I
Nathan?
want to see refocus calling because he seems like he has an opinion and he seems like he knows what he's talking about. So I want him to call in.
All right, yeah, refocus. If you want to call in, into the chat right now, refocus. We can send you the link and you can call in right now. Yo, I'll tell you right now, I want to call Nathan into the building and put him in there right now.
Yeah, call Nathan in. Nathan
Neptune Neptune
Nathan
said there.
is always a good. I mean, I only seen him one time on the show, but he did his thing. You know.
Yo, Neptune said they're putting something in the glizzy.
Wow.
What's good with this man? Black Rain said women
Oh,
leads.
Refocus is the man. He says send me the link.
All right, refocus. If you're on Instagram, refocus. If you're on Instagram, we'll drop the link in the chat right now. Refocus. All you got to do, Instagram, go to Brandon Mason Show and send me a direct message. I'm going to send you the link right now. Refocus. All you got to do is go on Instagram, go to Brandon Mason Show, my Instagram name, and send me a direct message. I'm going to send you the link right now, and you can call into the show live and talk to us right now on the live stream. I would have you put your email in here. I'll send it to you, but I don't want to put your email on blast for people to have. But if you want to come into the building right now, yeah, go on Insta right now. Once you go on Instagram, it's going to bring you to the live stream. Go on Instagram, Brandon Mason Show, and we're going to call you in right now. And Nathan, we're going to call you in today too, because we're going to get some.
You want me to hop out real quick so refocus can happen?
Now, as soon as he comes back in and tells me, he knows he's about to call in.
Okay.
He knows he's about to call in. So we're about to get another live caller, guys. If you're watching this live right now, we are getting ready to get a live caller that's going to come into the building right now and make sure that we get it going. And I'll tell you right now, I have some questions for you. You come in the building, you talk with us. We're going to ask you some questions. If you're just joining us right now, double tap the screen, hit the like button, and in the chat, put Trump Harris. I want to see who you voted for. And guys, listen, if we hit 50 likes right now, if we hit 50 likes in the next minute, I'm going to throw a random person $100 in the chat right now. If we get to 50 likes in the next minute, we got 55 seconds counting down. I'm going to send somebody a random $100 in the chat right now, just to let you guys know. People that are coming to the chat right now. Hey, V, listen to this real quick. I'll tell you right now, Philadelphia, speaking of that Eagles jersey you got on right now, Pennsylvania stepped it up, man. Pennsylvania, we were watching Pennsylvania the whole time. Yeah. Sky's in the building.
Pennsylvania had everybody shook, though.
Yeah, we were shook for a while about Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania came through. Pennsylvania
before election night, because election night, it started looking a little shaky at first just because they didn't count any votes. But as soon as they started counting votes, it was like, when it was like 2%, 3%, it was like, hey, why is he down? Why is he down? He's like getting scared. But before that, it was because they have a big Puerto Rican population in Pennsylvania, and that joke had
the mail-in votes came in, and then they were like, but check this out. The mail-ins came in, and then they were like, okay, we're taking a look at it right now. 80-20. We're like, yo, Kamala's up 80-20, 80%, and we're like, wait, hold on a second. And then it was like, oh, there's only like 6% votes in. We're like, 6%, my ass.
Hey, Gloom Hop Records. He said 15% of the chat needs their brain examined. So call in, brother.
Whoever's in the chat right now. Al McAllister said Republican for Kamala. In the chat right now. Trump Harris. Let's see. Nathan's trying to call in.
We'll send you the link. We'll send you the link. Call in.
Hey, listen. Clean Burst said, forget about. We did NFL. Go back and check. We was NFL. We did the Chiefs today. We did the Eagles and Cowboys today. We're on it. We're
doing the Eagles right now. Always doing the Eagles.
The Eagles is in the chat right now.
Always in the Eagles.
Hey, listen. How about this though? How about Trump gets in office? How people are going to be getting their bread up though? People are going to be getting their bread. The economy is about to go bananas right
now. Somebody just showed me their portfolio, the stock market, this morning.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's going crazy right now.
Tell me
happy as shit.
Tell me why Trump gets in office. And all of a sudden the stock market goes bananas. People are ready to spend. People are ready to live now.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Brittany's in the chat supporting Trump. We love that. Key Lime
said
Trump.
Brittany.
Trump is back, baby. You already know what time it is. Trump is back. Hey, by the way, Sky came in here. Sky's in Britain. You know how dope that is? Sky is over at Britain in the house. She knows what time it is.
Did you send what's his name the link?
I'm waiting for him to come back over here. He's got to send me a direct message on Instagram, and then he'll come back in here and tell me that he sent it, and then we'll send it to him.
Refocus ain't about to send it. You might gotta call Nathan in.
Yo, I'll call Nathan in the chat right now. Ghostface
Man,
said Trump is what America needs, baby.
Refocus ain't about to do it.
Yeah, Refocus is trying to get refocused on his Instagram. He's trying to
He's
get
reading up on his stats and all that. He's trying to take a crash course. He wants to take a crash course real quick.
Hey, in the chat right now, do you think Trump could stop the wars? Because Kamala Harris isn't stopping shit. Let's be honest. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris around the world, Russia, China, they think that we are weak as hell under that leadership. They were praying that that he lost. They were praying that. And look, and if Kamala Harris would have won, our stocks would be down. People would be depressed. We'd have a whole bunch of people right now literally worried. The military, people will be leaving the military.
Yeah,
Scared
no,
as
we'll
shit.
be having the militia go. The militia's going crazy.
But here's the thing. Look at all the people, all the red states, though. How many people voted? He got the Electoral College, obviously the votes, but he got the popular vote. Yeah. We haven't seen a Republican president get the popular vote in forever.
Got the House, got the Senate, got everything going.
Balling right now. Gonna take it all. Then to make matters worse for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, he took Arizona and he took Nevada. They're like, oh, by the way, if it fucking matters to anybody out there, he also got that shit too. So people that are like, oh, well, Kamala Harris, there's all these Kamala Harris supporters that were at her rallies. When she was losing, she didn't even talk to her people. All those people at Howard University, when she was losing the election that night, she just didn't even show up for those people, didn't talk to those people, and everybody literally left there with their heads between their legs, or if you want to say tails between their legs, whatever you want to say, left that shit while Trump was balling out there. And if you just come into the building right now, double tap the damn screen right now. Got you. Refocus. About to send you the link right now. People watching this right now, everybody double tap the screen.
Oh yeah. Refocus just said he just slid into your DM.
All right, we're about to bring another caller right now. Give me 1 second as I get ready to do that. I got some questions.
Hey, Matt Diaz, what do you mean? Do you know who got us into the wars?
Who said that?
Yeah, Matt Diaz. We're not even at war right now.
Yeah. Well, he's talking about the other wars. Do you know who got us into the wars?
But I'm just saying, who got us into the wars then?
He's talking about the wars, like in general, like who got us into the wars. They took over. I know.
At war with Russia because technically.
He's just saying like the wars in general, like who got us into all the wars. That's because we're into the wars right now because they know that we're weak, and if people start attacking Ukraine, they're going to try to go get Taiwan next. If we don't, Trump is in office right now, so people are now going to start acting right. That's the real situation right now. If you're coming into the building right now, everybody hit the damn like button right now. We're about to call another caller in right now to the live stream. V, we're about to call you back in a second.
Let me go on here. Just let me know. I'll be watching. Just let me know when you want me to.
We're about to get it popping right now. I will get you right back to you, V. People in the chat right now, if you're watching the live, we are about to send another caller into the chat right now. Give us 1 second. We just got conversation that we have for people that we got to talk about. And right now, we just sent the link out to Refocus. Refocus is about to come in the building right now and have conversation with everybody in the chat right now. And he is going to tell us right now what's really going down. We got some questions for him that we just have to ask to just get an understanding right now. What's going in right now? Everybody that's asking in the chat. We got Mav and Goose. What's going on? Peter Snyder in the chat right now. Everybody, we got a live caller coming in right now. Everybody stay in here. Here we go. Refocus in the building. What's going on, man? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Where are you based?
California. How about you?
California. I got to tell you, before you get started, I will tell you this. I happen to love California. I think California is a beautiful state. I don't agree with all the policies, obviously, but I think California is beautiful. I've been there so many times, and I absolutely loved it every time. So go
Nice.
ahead. I'll let you tell us what's going on first and foremost. How do you feel about what's going on?
Well, I don't know. I've been around a while, right? And I kind of start to notice the patterns over the many years, right? And one of the things I want to say, I don't know if you're very familiar with Bernie Sanders, but he's been talking a long time about how the wealthy and the rich are basically the ones that are trying to make the laws for themselves. And so, how do you package a product in which most of your benefits are going to affect them? And the only way to do that, because you're going to basically just target the top 5%, is you got to some way get the people to work against one another. And so I think as Americans that we can basically boil it down to simple things like we want everyone to do well. We don't really honestly we don't really give a shit about all this side stuff. We want everyone to do well. It doesn't matter liberal or Democrat or conservative,
I
sorry.
agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, we just got different ways about how to get there. No one wants to hurt anyone. We just got our ideas. And so my thinking on this is that the more that the parties dive into the culture war, the worse it is, the more we get divided with each other. When we ultimately just want success, we want our kids to be better off than we did. And if you look at history, we're in the best position of basically any human in the history of the world. We have more wealth just to each one of us. I mean, you go to anywhere else in the world, you're going to be better. You're going to be worse off. Go back
I
in
agree.
time,
America is
worse
the
off.
best country in the world. I agree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my thing is that we get so hyper focused on the tiny little differences that we lose sight of the big picture, and we all lose for it.
So look, I agree with you. And first off, I will say this. Um, what is your name? I know it's refocused. Is your username? What's your actual name?
Pratt,
Brat or Pratt?
Pratt, like
Pratt.
like
Okay.
Chris Pratt.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. But the reason why you had the red on, so I was like, okay, he's cool. And then the funny part about this whole shit is my beard looks just like yours. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This is the first time I could grow a beard and it came in gray. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
But
I'm
hey,
getting old.
outside of that conversation,
Yeah.
what I want to say is this. What I like what you said is something that's important. And we're live every day on here. Every morning at 10 o'clock, we have a live show, sports entertainment. But I've been focusing a lot on this. And people that watch our show are like, we want to hear some sports. And I think this is more important because here's why. I agree that people on the Republican side and Democrat side, and especially the voters, we have a lot of similarities in the fact that everybody wants to get to the same point together. Like we all want safety for our families
Mhm,
and kids and for our country. We all want to have better grocery prices. We all want to be able to afford things
mhm.
and all that. My problem that I have, and you mentioned it, which is, and I understand where you're coming from, saying that the rich, they focus on this and that. My point is this: as a Republican voter, I grew up in a Democrat household. Well, I'm biracial. I'm black, white, so and I have a black household, a white household, and both of them loved each other the same. My problem is this: I see in the fact that we all want the same thing, but when Kamala Harris gets in office, when Joe Biden gets in office, any Democrat gets in office, the first thing they want to do is hike up taxes. It's like the first conversation, right? And I get what they're trying to say. We're going to just tax the rich more or take like a little bit more from the rich because they can afford it, because they have it. If we could take from the rich and we can try to move that money around and do X, Y, Z, I understand that that is one thing. But then here's the thing: gas prices go through the roof. California, you live in California.
Oh,
Look,
I know.
we saw gas prices. And you know what that did? That made people want to buy electric cars. And so Elon
Mhm.
Musk was a happy man during all that time. Like, hey, buy
Yeah.
electric cars. So you would think that if he was like a bad apple, he'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go hang out with you know what I mean? Hang out with them. They're gonna jack my car. But the thing is, gas prices up, taxes up, interest rates up, right? So now not even be able to afford houses, not being able to afford gas prices, not being able to afford grocery bills. And they did that immediately. So my problem was this: let's just say the regular American, forget what bracket you're in or who you vote for. You can't afford any of that for the most part. I bought my home. I have a $2 million house.
Mhm.
I'm very blessed. I worked my ass off to get here. I came from a $44,000 house as a kid. So I have a $2 million house. It didn't start like that. We renovated it, but I wouldn't even have been able to afford my house at all, nor the mortgage,
Mhm.
if I was under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's leadership. So I feel like that's just a financial conversation, right? So not everything's about
Yeah, I
finances.
mean, I understand that, but I would just push back on that because, under Donald Trump, let's say, when before COVID even hit, he put forth his tax plan, whatever, um, and it shot us into debt. I mean, it's great. I mean, I would love. I mean, no one wishes for more taxes, right? No, we don't all sit here and think, man, if I could only pay more. But we all expect to have a certain level of safety, security, strong military, good streets, good schools, fire departments that actually come to your house, and so on. So we have to pay for that somehow. Now, his permanent taxes, if you remember, went straight to the top. Like only the richest got a permanent tax cut. Everybody else's tax cuts are expiring. It was, that was just the way it was built into the plan. So there was no longevity built into it for normal voters. And the idea that during Trump's presidency, because of COVID, you had to stimulate and all that stuff. But, when you print all that extra money, of course, it's going to shoot inflation up. So we're still just recovering from all that. And so I can't say Joe Biden and Harris, Harris, if she's a vice president, she's just doing whatever the president says anyway. So I don't really give her much experience in that role.
But do
But
you think Joe Biden's running the country? I mean, I'm
why
not. I'm
wouldn't
not saying that he's not doing it. I mean, I think that he wants to. I don't. I don't honestly. And I like what you were saying. I'm not completely disagreeing with you. I just feel that under their leadership, they might have some ideas and they might have some policies. I just don't know for the long haul as Americans, are we going to get stronger as a nation? Because there's a lot of countries outside of our country, obviously,
of course,
which I want to
we
get to right now. And I appreciate what you said about that. And if you're watching this live right now, put Trump or Harris in the chat. Who you voted for, Trump or Harris, in the chat right now. And we appreciate what he's given us here. You said something about safety. So
mhm,
if safety is important to you, it's important to me. I have 4 kids.
mhm.
I was so happy with having 2. Let me tell you, I got 4 now. Shit's hard, but I will tell you this.
I got
You
4
know,
girls.
yeah, well, that's probably harder because But I got 3 boys and a girl, and it's tough. I will tell you this: my number one thing in my world right now is my wife and them, and then my mother and all that. I do feel that safety under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's leadership. I use both of them because Joe Biden, obviously, we saw him talking. We see his debates.
Right.
I'm not hating on him. He's older. We're all going to get there. So I'm not hating on him for that. But what I'm saying is other countries see that as weak. I would see that as this guy is not all there. And I would attack in the right way. But our border is a massive conversation. Excuse me. The safety in our schools is a massive conversation. And I don't know, you live in California. The people that are in here that are in Texas are like, we can't stand this shit. They're pouring in through Texas left and right from a safety perspective. And that's a big, this was, I believe, the number one, the economy it looks bad at this very moment. But I will say this, the number one problem that the Republicans had, and I think a lot of Democrats flipped, and you saw how the country's red, most of it. And I believe it's because they are unsafe. They do not like the border situation. And as Trump wants to deport them, Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and all the Democrats and even Newsom in California is like, no, we want to keep them here. Why would you want to keep illegal people in this country? And there's some great people that came over here. I'm
Mhm.
saying that truthfully. Some
Yeah,
great
no,
people
no,
came
I
here
hear
too.
you.
Why
I hear
would you
you.
want to keep a bunch of illegal people in the country? I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, just for context, I grew up in Texas. I lived there half my life. Then moved out to California. Um, so I mean, I've been border state forever, and I wouldn't, being from the Democratic side, right? I kind of like to think of myself as a bit more open minded, but so I'm not like die hard. I must stick with the tribe for all the time. But I want to say that the idea that every single person who got here illegally and has established roots, and then we have others that have for whatever possible purpose, right? Have a dependence upon them, whether it's kids or they're taking care of somebody like an elderly person. I don't know. What my point is that there's way more context and nuance to it that you have to honestly go through and make sure that you're not first off getting someone on accident. And I would say, for me and my section of the party, it would be no, we don't want illegals, but you got to prioritize. Okay, you can't just start whoever comes across the radar first, kick them out.
Hey, if you're just
You
joining us, if you're just joining us, not to cut you off, everybody tap the like button right now. If we get to 70 likes in the next 2 minutes, I'm throwing $100 to a lucky person in the chat right now, and put Trump or Harris in the chat. We want to hear the rest of this conversation. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
okay? But basically, the whole idea is that you got to set your priorities first, right? You got to target the people that are, I don't know, the worst, that are causing all the trouble. Ultimately, think about it, what do we want if we allow immigrants into our country in the first place? What do we want? We want people that are good people that have morals, that are family people, that are going to do a job, they're going to do it well, so yada yada yada. So if we unintentionally start deporting the ones that are visible, that are doing those types of things, and then the ones that are unscrupulous, that are more in the shadows, then we're going to be ultimately kind of shooting ourselves in the foot, because we're going to end up with more of a problem, or I'm sorry, causing more of a problem, more disruption than actually solving the issue. And the issue is, one, okay, if we're going to have immigration quota or whatever, or limit, we got to put that into law. We got to codify it. One president to the next is too chaotic. So, like, how Biden wants to allow a certain number, or Trump wants to allow a certain number. That can't go on in the long term. It just doesn't work. We got to have stuff in law, and Congress has just got to get brave about it and suck it up. And that's part of the problem. They're not taking this seriously enough to actually do something about it. Once that is taken care of, and honestly, we got to process a lot of these people. We want people here working. We have super low unemployment right now. You start
You
kicking
talking about the
people out.
nation, or you talking about California?
Nation. I mean, overall, we're looking at great unemployment numbers. I mean, ultimately, I'm not an economist, but I know that going to near zero unemployment is not desirable for the business people, because then you got to like really fight for talent. You got to really pay them a lot more. So removing 10% of the population or 20% of the population is going to drive up labor costs like crazy. And you just can't do it. You got to find a better solution. And it's not easy. The quick and easy answer is, yeah, just, be done with it. But it doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
but
do. It doesn't work like that.
California is one of those damn states that it is so beautiful to visit. When you see it, you're like, wow. Going all the way down from Northern California, all the way down, literally all the way down through San Diego. You're like, it's so beautiful. All these mountains and views and ocean line and
Mhm.
Hollywood, and even up in like Atherton, San Francisco. Like, it's beautiful. But the problem is, you get there and they're taxing the shit out of you. Like, I have so many friends that live in California. Most of them have left. They love to live in there. Until there's a lot of homeless people, a lot of people living in LA and out of LA. There's some beautiful places. California, like I said, is beautiful. I'm not knocking the state. It is very blue. It is very liberal. It is very Democrat. And that's okay. There's a lot of Republicans, but you see what it looks like when voting time comes. And what I'm saying is, if you look at the states like California, they're letting people literally just steal X amount of stuff. Like, and I don't live in the state. I mean, actually, I almost did. A few of my buddies there, we're gonna get like a condo, and it was like 6,000 for a 2 bedroom. It was out of control. Which it's getting like that here in Miami as well. But in your state right now in California, I'm told, and by looking at all of the media, news, and I don't believe everything, but even Instagram, they're just walking in stores, stealing shit, and walking out. And you see it every day. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what
Yeah,
just
no,
has
no,
got?
no. I hear you. Yeah, yeah. There was and that's been a problem, right? There was from what I remember, I'm not perfect on history, but for what I remember, about 10 years ago or so, California jails were just overloaded, and I remember right, a federal judge told us to basically build more jails or start emptying them because you're over capacity. And so new laws were kind of put into place, and which didn't penalize the lowest form of crimes. Then we ended up getting a lot of crap. And Republicans, Democrats are both like here. We're just like, no, this is stupid. So we actually on the ballot this last time there was something for that would make you mess up 3 times, even if it's low stakes, it's a felony. So it was in the ballot. I can't remember if it passed or not, but yeah. So we're all kind of tired of it. No one's like rooting for that. No one wants that. But we had a problem at the time where we just had an overabundance of people in jail, and the judge was basically forcing us to do it.
And what about defund the police and all that too? Because before I let you
Oh
go,
no.
one last question for you. The reason why I ask this, Kamala Harris, and I know you as a Democrat, and you sound like a great guy. What I want to say is this: the Democrats did not legit vote for Kamala Harris. Kamala. I'm not saying that. I say Kamala. It might be Kamala. I'm not saying that on purpose.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
really don't know how her name goes, but I keep hearing both. Now, um, she wasn't who you guys wanted in there. You guys wanted Joe Biden again, apparently, right? She ran,
Mm,
or maybe you might not have wanted him, but he
honestly,
won.
after that first debate, I was like, "Ooh." I
Yeah,
saw
but
I saw his age, yeah, and I
yeah,
was
but he
like,
won. He won. He won by standards of the voting of the Democrats to be there, right? So my thing is this: do you not think that the people inside the administration were like, "Whoa, Biden is looking old as shit. He is by nature, he's sounding like shit. He cannot get shit done. We know that. I know that. You know that. Everybody knows that. And not because we hate him, it's because he's getting older. We're all going to get there. Kamala Harris, however you want to say it, she knew his ass was getting old. Obama knows that. Nancy Pelosi, Hillary Clinton, everybody knows it. So why on earth would they even think that it would make any sense for Joe Biden to run for president again for 4 years, and then all of a sudden he gets his ass beat on stage? And it wasn't even about policy. It wasn't about. It was he and Trump was like, I don't even know if you know what you just said right now. And it was so embarrassing
"Yeah, I'll give you that
that
to you." Yeah.
and I'm not and so it was like, oh shit. Democrats were like, we got to change this shit right now. So
Hmm.
then, if you're coming to the building right now, guys, in the live stream, last question I have for him in the chat, put Trump or Harris, drop it in the chat right now. Make sure you subscribe to this damn channel. We're live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. on our show, Sports Entertainment. But at nighttime, we jump on live and do this live call-in session. What I'm saying is this: if they knew that Joe Biden was basically, I hate to say the word brain dead because I'm not trying to put him down,
Mm.
but in a Democrat side to run the country, to run the best country in the world, Joe Biden was unfit by a long shot. And I'm even putting it out there like Trump. I'm a Trump supporter, and I think he'll be phenomenal for the next 4 years. As you get to 4 to 8 years, I think it's going to become a point in time. Hey, I'm getting a little older, a little unfit to be president. And I think Kamala, whatever, she knew that he was unfit. Everybody in office knew that, and they just and you know what? As administration, that's not right. How did Kamala Harris get in office if nobody really wanted her to be there? And that's my last question for you. I'll let you answer it. If no one really was chasing her to be there, and when she ran for president and she wanted to be there, she wasn't really even remotely close. And then Nancy Pelosi just put out, hey, if we could do the primaries, this would have been a lot different. Because I believe they wanted somebody else in office. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, you're from what I get, you're saying like, why didn't we have like an open primary? Correct?
No, no. I knew why. It was just they just put her in there. But what I'm saying is, how do you feel about her running for president and no one really like she was for the most part. You guys woke up one day and we woke up one day and we were like, Joe Biden's out, Kamala Harris is in. It wasn't like
Hmm.
it wasn't like Joe Biden's out. Now let's line up those
Yeah.
five candidates, and let the Democrats decide who could be the next amazing person that could possibly run for office. It was nothing like that. It was like, hey, guess what? Joe Biden's out. He endorses Kamala Harris. Kamala, whatever. Keep saying that twice so people don't get offended. And then all of a sudden, you guys are like, she's our candidate. And it was like, who's going to endorse her? That was
Well,
kind of
yeah,
where,
it became basically it became logistical nightmare, right? So you either can continue with Joe Biden, or you put it up for this gigantic, too late to have a primary thing, right? So unfortunately, it was kind of put, just in front of us. We kind of had to deal with whatever. And personally, I was also favoring probably some other people that were thinking about taking that role, but I didn't think that she was inherently unqualified or anything. I just didn't think she had proven herself quite yet. But that doesn't mean that she wouldn't be able to do the job. See, like when
no,
Trump first started, I honestly didn't think he had proved himself either, right? So I mean, it's for in terms of comparisons, I would say that my trust in both of them was essentially the same. She's coming from prosecutor side, not taking big money. He's coming from, in my view, this is my problem with Trump, was that he was coming from a side of me, daddy gave me stuff. I've been doing stuff for myself. I'm not beholden to shareholders. I don't have to prove anything to anybody. It's me. And that's why I was kind of like, I've been super hesitant about ever like supporting someone like that, because that motto, power corrupts. And then if you have absolute power, it corrupts absolutely. And he's basically had power his whole life. So I don't buy that somebody who is rich is ever going to make a decision that is going to hurt their standing. Elon, same thing. I don't think he's in a position to make decisions on regulations that could possibly hurt what he's doing. I just don't think that. So, it is what it is.
hey, I appreciate you calling in. I greatly do. And I hope that you subscribe to the show. I hope you become part of what we do, because we're going to talk a lot. We'll love to call you in again for another time.
Appreciate it.
We do sports entertainment on the platform every day. This is going to be a massive, massive show. I promise you that. We have a new headquarters expanding right now. NBA players, NFL players, big time politicians. I'm hoping to get, we have hip hop artists, maybe 6ix9ine on the show, and possibly Candace Owens. We have some cool people will be in here. And if you have anybody that you would love to have on there and you can forward it, we would appreciate that. You subscribe.
Absolutely.
And appreciate you calling in, and we will see you on here.
All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you. So, and as he stepped off, we just want to say thank you for calling in. I want to answer that last piece of the pie there, because he said about, Trump having money from day one and all that. What I want to say is this: when someone has a personality, okay, like when you get on there and someone has a personality where they seem tough or rough around the edges, or like me, kind of attention grabbing or whatever. Here's the thing, and I want to say this out to him as well. People that are the best at what they do, they have that personality. If you're a football player, you're like, I got it. You're not trying to say me, but you're trying to say, put it on my back. I got this. You got to be a hero. You got to be someone like that, right? And then you're sitting there and you're like, at the same time as you're having those conversations, you want people, as if you're a football player, a basketball player, or if you're Trump or whatever, you want people to be in a position where you're like, yo, I got this. You want to have that personality. And I think people look at Trump's personality and they say things like, oh, it's me, or he's has this like out, character where he's just like being too tough or whatever. And I think it takes someone like that. Even when you look at Hillary Clinton, she's got
Yeah.
a tough nosed personality. When you look at like these certain people that want to run for office, they have tough personalities. And a lot of these people are winners in every type of genre, any kind of business around the world. These are big time winners that have that personality. They don't sit back and go, yeah, I'm really tough, but I'm really nice, and everyone should be like really nice to everybody. And it's like, I got this. Put it on my back. Look at these
Yeah.
quarterbacks out there going
Yeah.
crazy.
You gotta be realistic. Like Kamala Harris wasn't realistic. It didn't seem like a real thing. Like it was all Barney and giggles and
And woke
jokes.
America. It was about woke America. It was about, I
Yo,
hate to say this.
you know how it's so crazy? Like they twisted woke so bad. You don't even like the way you think woke is like they twisted it so much. It's like it's bad. Like
I don't even know. And here's the thing. I never want to make someone feel awkward when I ask them the question on the live, because I don't know how they feel and I don't want to put anybody down. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is this: they come into the damn live stream. I ask them, woke America. Every time you see somebody woke, they're like, or someone, and I use the word woke because I don't know what the hell it means, but when you see somebody that might be gay or transgender, you're like, oh, probably voting for Kamala Harris. And here's the deal: this year, that changed a lot. there's a lot of gay people out there that are voting for Trump this year. And they're like, we don't give a shit about none of that.
And you know what that is? That's actually woke. Because woke doesn't mean gay and all of that stuff. Woke means
Understanding it?
yeah, woke means you're woke. You're not asleep. Like you're not like dozed off
Yo,
and
like
not
wake up,
understanding
wake
what's
up is
going on.
2024. Like wake up is 2024 type shit. Like wake up, hey, it's 2024, wake up right now kind of shit. That's what you're trying to say?
Basically, woke, but it been before 2024. But yeah, basically you're awake. Like
Is
you're
anybody
woke.
woke in the chat right now?
Hey, you know what? Um, Glenn had a good story, and who else had a good story? I was telling him to call in.
I'm gonna start, when I start doing this on a daily basis, I want people to understand. I'm gonna start setting times and boundaries, people. I'm gonna start the show at 9 o'clock
Lance.
at nighttime, and I'm gonna start it up, and at 9:10, I'm gonna start the callers. 5-minute conversation,
Hmm.
question, boom.
Yeah.
Because I wanna get, and here's the deal. When we get our
Lance said that
headquarters,
they're still in his crops.
what?
They're still in his crops in Texas. Well, no, he said he lives on the border. I don't know if it's in Texas or Arizona or California, but he said they're still in his crops. So I want to know
Hmm.
what's going on with that. And then Glenn, he had a good story too. But go ahead,
Hey,
finish what
look,
you were
before we
saying.
get off today, right now, I'm gonna send out let me see right here if I can do membership gifting. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start doing it on a daily basis where we give out memberships to the chat. You could join the Mason Mob if you want to join the Mason Mob. It's $1 a month. You join the Mason Mob, you become part of the show. You get a verification symbol next to your name. You get a money symbol next to your name after you're there for a month, and all the perks go out to you. We have a lot of awesome opportunities as the merch gets started in the Mason Mob. Refocus. We appreciate you calling, and we have a lot of people that want to call in today. We're going to run out of time. I know it's Sunday. People, tomorrow, school's out. Tomorrow school's out. I believe it's like a holiday or something, whatever. So at the end of the day, people will be up. We'll be out there rocking them on. Crystal Zimmerman, we appreciate you. Got the verification. Nathan, we appreciate you with the verification. Coming into the chat. That means you are part of the Mason Mob. As we sign our deals with networks, sponsor deals, it will come back to you. I hope you guys understand that. We greatly appreciate you guys coming to the chat. If you are a subscriber of the show, everybody in the chat right now, put a Y in the chat for yes. If you're a subscriber of the show, put a Y in the chat right now. And if you are new to the show today, first time watching, let us know. Put first time. Aaron said, Kamala ain't black. That's what he said. And I'm reading some of the messages right now in the chat right now. Can we do one thing before we sign off?
Hey, I got one question for you before we sign off.
Yeah.
Are you gonna call Nathan in or what's the deal?
We're going to call Nathan in tomorrow.
He got to call in tomorrow?
We're going to call Nathan in tomorrow.
I think you should just give him 5 minutes.
The reason is because right now we're past our media time. We're past our media time right now because Nathan's calling in tomorrow. Christina, we appreciate you. Christina, I hope you subscribe to the show. Refocused, greatly appreciate you. Hope you subscribe to the show. Glenn, I appreciate you.
Who put the
Hope you subscribe to
cowboy
the show.
signs in there? Come on,
Tyler
now.
Evans coming in the building. Tyler, we appreciate you. And the Mason Mob, we know the Cowboys got their ass beat today, but we appreciate you. Forrest Gibbs, first time in the chat. Hope you subscribe. We appreciate you. Barbara, first time in the chat. I hope you subscribe. We greatly appreciate you. And we bring you the conversation that people don't want to talk about. We're going to bring it on here, put it on blast, and let people talk about it. Tomorrow, look, tomorrow night, depending on the time we start getting rolling, tomorrow night, I want to talk about the schools. I want to talk about the kids learning in school. I want people to call in and tell us Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, they want them learning some stuff in school that I don't appreciate, I don't understand. That's a big conversation tomorrow. It's sensitive topic.
Look, tomorrow night, this is what I can guarantee. I can come over there. I'll be over at the studio tomorrow night, and then we can have somebody on. We can call people.
Nah, we could do it on three-way on here. I can call
No,
anybody
I'm
into the
I'm
show.
gonna be over there. I'm gonna come over there tomorrow night.
Guys, if you're watching this right now live, tomorrow morning, Clayton, how you doing? I appreciate you coming into the building. Richard, we appreciate you. First time, please subscribe. We greatly appreciate you. We see the subscriber count running through the roof. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep on subscribing. We greatly appreciate you. Double tap the damn screen right now, guys. If we can get to 100 likes in the next minute, I will throw a random person $100 in the chat right now. Everybody double tap the screen as we get ready to sign off. Tomorrow morning, we're live at 10 a.m. for the show. We are live at 10 a.m. just having some conversation in the morning. I think it's important to do that. We're going to bring that to the attention tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. p.m. Bright and early conversation. And then tomorrow evening, we'll be on live at 9 p.m. V, look, it's always good jumping on, having a good time. We'll make
Of
something
course.
work tomorrow. And people in the chat right now, as we sign off of the show, everybody in the chat right now, put Trump or Harris one last time. Let people know who you're
Glenn
voting for.
said they're going to have the pride flag hanging out in front of the White House.
Cool cat. Cool cat. First time in here. I appreciate you. I hope you subscribe to the show. I appreciate you. Everyone coming in here right now. Sue said one is on the run. What's going on, Sue? How you feeling? Kobe Nelson. Put Trump and Harris in the chat. I'm going to say all your names right now as we get ready to sign off. Double tap the screen.
Oh,
Greatly
he said
appreciate
they
you
already
guys.
do.
Buck Mole, let's go. Barbara, let's go. Nathan, Chris, Angel Thunder, let's go, said Trump. Tyler in the building.
Shots out. Shots
Tyler,
out.
Tyler's out there. Tyler's rolling with the Trumpsters out in Texas. He's not playing with the Texas crowd.
He's rolling with the Trumpsters and the Cowboys hard.
Hey, we greatly appreciate everybody in the chat right now. Brittany threw the flag out there, Trump. Hey,
Shout
listen.
out to Brittany.
Look, we greatly appreciate all the people, V. It's always a good time. People coming to the building as we keep on growing and growing and growing and building the network. It's going to get great. Guys, we will see you guys tomorrow. Sky, Britain for Trump. We love it. We love it. Refocus. Thanks for the conversation. We all want the same thing in the end. We just disagree on like 5% of shit. I agree. It's a 5 to 10% shit. That's a massive ordeal that people are trying to come together. I got a funny feeling that Refocus might jump to the Republican side. I feel like he believes in them.
Man.
I
I'm
feel like
glad
he
he
believes
called
in
in.
us.
He's a good man.
Cole G said Lions. Hey.
See, Lions. Hey, Refocus. He needs to be a reoccurring guest. He's a good man.
No, we love it. We love it. We appreciate it. Everybody in the building, we appreciate you. We love you. Love having you here. Crystal, thank you. We love you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you guys for tomorrow morning, Monday. All love to you guys.